One.
Hello everyone and welcome to a special edition of Afters with Cammy today. As you can tell, I'm the younger and much better looking brother of our esteemed host Matty Robinson. We will be starting with you today, Matthew. You've had a couple of injuries and you've come back today after a couple of weeks off. How does it feel to get back out there on the pitch and get some good minutes in?
Yeah, it was obviously started on the bench, but once I got out there, it was an absolute privilege to be back. I mean, being out for 4 months now it started out as a physical injury, turned into a mental health illness. I'm just grateful to be back, really. It was a great game. Obviously, Bishop Castle are quite low down in the table compared to us being second, but you wouldn't for any side that's played them, you wouldn't believe that they're seventh in the table because they hit hard, they were tough, they were fit, and it was a really nice competitive game to come back to.
Yeah, it did. Well, judging from the sidelines, it did look. They have quite a decent-sized pack, and it did look like quite a battle there in the forwards. How was it for you in the scrums, the lineouts, and just the general forward battle? Speaking on behalf of the forwards.
Yeah, the set. We did well at the set piece. We managed in the second half to get on top of it. I remember one scrum they had the head and feed, and we ended up getting it back for us. But it took us a long time to work out the game plan at scrum time because they were tough. They weren't one-dimensional. Speaking as a tight head, their loose head was coming in at different angles. He was mixing things up. The line-outs were good. I mean, I feel sorry for Fitchy. Very windy day, throwing in arrows. I can't imagine how hard it is, but as Fitchy always does, he nails it. And we had a good set piece.
Yeah. Speaking of the wind, we are joined here by Bob Lang as well, who I think we have to bring up, don't we, Bob? Technically it's a 50-22, but it was kicked pretty much from the 20-22. It was a 20-22, let's be honest.
22.
How was that today? I mean, what were you thinking when you just started? Were you going for the 20-22 or
I saw space in the backfield, the winger was up. I thought, well, we can push our defences in a line, push it back, or kick it over and see where it lands and put forth an error. And I went just over the line in 22, so good in there.
Yeah, I got the lucky bounce today. So obviously we've heard from the Matthew on the behalf of the forwards. How was it for you today, speaking as a back?
I think and the forwards did hard work, and once we got the ball out wide, we were playing our set moves and trying to hit out wide, and we were doing that. I just think sometimes we were not as patient, and I think that made a difference sometimes when we were trying to force the pass a little bit. But in the second half, we played more, we used the wind more than they did, and kept them in their own 22. We knew the pressure would come and the tries came.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game from Worcester today. And what did you think about the defence from Worcester today?
I think we kept them really. They weren't breaking the gain line, and we were knocking them back every time. And a few times we were tackling them well, so we kept them where we wanted them.
What do you think of the work-ons for, primarily we'll go from a back's point of view today, what do you think the backs can really work on going into the next game?
A bit more communication, we're not all getting sucked in, so we're spreading out a bit, so we're not getting caught out wide if they fling it wide. So I think sometimes we all get sucked in, so defensive spacing is one thing to work on.
Yeah. Matthew, what do you think about the forwards? What do you think you have to work on to really, set the platform in the next game?
Just a bit of concentration at times. I think I gave a penalty away at one point. Just a little bit of lax of concentration from me, forgetting to release my tackler. Getting my hands up, and it was just that little bit of lack of concentration that gave away the penalty. So it was a really good performance, but it will just. To get it towards perfect, it will just be shining them nuts and bolts a little bit because, we've got 3 games left. If we win all 3 with bonus points, we win the league. So it's unfortunately we've got to aim for perfect at the minute, because that's what will see us over the line.
Yeah, and I completely agree. Almost tabletop twos are chasing the title this year, so if you do want to come down and watch, we would be greatly appreciated. Please follow and share on social media and everything. Thank you to Matthew and Bob today for joining us, and have a lovely day, guys. Thank you.